Hey everybody, welcome to the Guitar and Harmonica YouTube channel. Today we're in the key of E. I have an A harmonica here in the rack, so we're going to be in cross harp style. And we're going to work on Bob Dylan's song, Don't Think Twice, It's Alright. You need a capo for this one. I'm capoed at the 4th fret, alright? So we're going to play in the C position. The root note is going to be on the A string at the 7th fret. That's your E note. As I say, we're in the key of E. And on guitar, I'm going to show you the Travis style finger picking pattern that Dylan used to play this. We'll also look at a strum pattern that works in case that fits your style a little better. And we're going to look at the chord progression, the song structure. And then on harmonica, we're going to look at the 3 turnaround breaks that Dylan uses after each verse, okay? And in the next video, we're going to cover the final harmonica thing that he does at the end of the song. He runs through an entire verse progression, but rather than singing, he does an outro harmonica solo, and we'll run through that as well in the next video. All right, so let's look at the finger picking, the Travis picking pattern, and basically we're going to just be using C-shaped chords. All right, so on the first beat, we're going to hit that A string 7th fret, and then grab the G string 4th fret. All right, which it's actually being fretted by the capo, so you could think about that as an open note. So first beat, and then drop down to the 6th fret there on the D string, and then the 5th fret B string. All right. So those are your first 2 beats, and then just repeat that for beats 3 and 4. And Dylan really gets cooking, you know, during this song. But we're going to go slow. We're going to build up speed, work up the tempo as we get this thing down. All right. So and then just as you go through the chord progression, you're just going to play that same pattern. All right. When you get to a G chord, obviously you're going to have to jump up and get the E string there, that root note. So you're always hitting the root note and then an alternating bass note. With the G chord, you'll probably be hitting the D string as your alternate bass note. But generally that's the pattern, and you just play that on every chord, all right? One of the strum patterns that works well also, if you hit that root bass note and then down up on beat 2, so 1, 2, and then on beat 3, just kind of rest on the beat and then upstroke on the off beat. All right, and then on the 4th beat, we're gonna just down up again, all right? So if that fits your style a little better, in this video we're going to run through using the Travis picking pattern though, but it works either way, all right? So first off, I need to mention that just on a songwriter's note, technically there's no chorus in this song. The title hook is tacked on at the end of each verse, where he sings, "Don't think twice, it's all right." Okay, so there's an 8-bar intro that's goes C, G, A minor, and then C, G, C, C. So I'll run through that. C, G, C. So one more time, that's C, G, A minor, C, G, C, C. And then he starts the first verse, right? The whole progression. It's a 32-bar progression. The first 4 are C, G, A minor, next 4, F, C, G, next 4, C, G, A minor, then it goes to D7, G7, and it's C, 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 C7, C7, F, F, D7, D7, G, or C, G, A minor, F, C, G, C, C. Okay, I'll run through it. I don't really know the words to sing it real well, but I'll run through it with the words so you can kind of hear it. The last four chords are "Don't think twice, it's alright." So that's our where our song title is there at the end there. So ain't no use to sit and wonder why, baby. You don't know by now. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, baby. It'll never do somehow. At the rooster crow at the break of day. I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. Don't think twice, it's alright. Alright, and now he gets into the harmonica break. The harmonica on guitar, it's kind of just think of it like a turnaround into the next verse, which he plays a C, a G, an A minor, and another A minor, and he goes F, F, C, C. All right. So he he goes, don't think twice, it's all right. And then the harmonica comes in on that last C there. Okay. So let's look at the harmonica break that he takes, and all three turnaround breaks are pretty similar. All right. So once you get one, you can kind of mess around with it, and it works for all of them. Like I say, you're going to hear it come in on the last C of the end of the verse. All right. And what he's doing is he's blowing out on 3, 4, 5, and then when it gets into the next C chord, he's blowing in and holding it on 2, 3, 4. So it sounds like this. Don't think twice, it's all right. And he's holding that, all right, and he's going to the G chord, and he's still holding it. And then right before he gets to the A minor, he blows out on 4, 5. So, don't think twice, it's all right. Okay, so you could hear right before we get to the A minor. So he holds that 2, 3, 4 in for pretty much the whole duration of the C and the G. And then right before he goes to the A minor on the guitar, he exhales on 4, 5. He blows on holes 4, 5. And then he's drawing for the 2 A minor chords. He's drawing on the 3 hole. When he's giving it a little bend, you can hear. You could just draw on that 3 and kind of mess around with the bend. So there's you're kind of getting a single note. If you don't get the single note right away, don't worry about it. If you get 2, 3, that's fine. Work on trying to get that little bend in there. So the first, the C, G, A minor part would sound like this. Don't think twice, it's all right. All right, then he goes to an F chord where he's exhaling, he's blowing on holes 2, 3, 4, and then there's another F chord after that, so 2 F chords, and he's holding the 2, 3, 4 blow for the duration of both of those, and then there's 2 C chords to end the turnaround progression. On the first C, right before the first C, blows out on 4/5 and then draws on 2/3/4. Okay, so we're basically right around 2/3/4, 4/4/5, 3/4/5, right in that that part. So the second part of the break. Okay, or the very so let me run through that whole first break. I'll play the end of the verse going into the turnaround, and then the turnaround. Don't think twice, it's all right. Then he plays that C a few times, and then he gets into the second verse. All right. Then he will run through the entire second, so you could rewind to hear the chord progression again for the second verse. And the second and third breaks are very similar. You just don't necessarily have to worry so much about hitting that 3 single note draw, because he kind of plays 2/3 hold there over the A minor chord. But the rest of it's pretty much the same. So really the thing is just get the breathing pattern down. I'll go ahead and play it once. This after the second verse. Don't think twice, it's all right. So you want to try and come in on that last C chord there with a blow on 3/4/5 and then a draw on 3/4/5. So don't think twice, it's all right. Sorry about that. Don't think twice, it's all right. He does that pretty much identical thing after the third verse as well. So he sticks around on that C for a couple bars, goes into the third verse, gets done with the third verse, and then does the turnaround into the fourth and final singing verse. Don't think twice, it's all right. Ain't no use in blue, 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 blue. I don't know the words, but there you can hear how it works, where he just goes into the next thing. All right, so that's the turnaround pattern. Those are the 3 patterns that the times that he turns around in that song at the end of each verse. And like I say, there's a fifth. You could think of it as a verse. It's just no singing. He plays the entire progression, but he does an outro sort of harmonica solo over the chord progression on guitar, and we're going to cover that in the next video coming up real quick. All right, so enjoy that, have fun with it. Again, our goal here is to develop our own style. You can't be looking at Dylan for an influence, and you can see how he's using the harmonica and the guitar to really punctuate the lyrics and the melody, and to add a lot of dynamic to his songwriting. All right. So thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like what we're doing here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel just by clicking on the link. And our website's guitarandharmonica.com. There's a series of books there devoted to playing guitar and harmonica together. And if you're on Facebook, please say hello there too at Guitar and Harmonica. All right. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.